Hi y'all, back to part of something real. This is going to be a really unusual video because I'm sharing my personal demonic deliverance experience, which is not, I don't have a long career in that. Okay, I just recently realized that was something that I could do in the last few years. But I do not know a ton about it. I'm not on here claiming to be, a seminarian, a licensed, pastor. I'm on here as a layperson who wants to just provide encouragement um, and sometimes guidance, okay, in the realm of a lot of things: spiritual warfare, overcoming obstacles, kingdom assignments, and kingdom marriage. Those four are really what this channel is about. Part of something real. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't be scared. Click subscribe. Okay, so um, this morning, actually late last night, I came to understand that what had been going on in my house at night was not normal. So at night, over the last week, I have had these big booming and popping sounds coming from my garage and my kitchen. And I'll be out there in the family room, with my dog, and we'll be out there doing whatever. At night we spend a little time in the family room. Okay, maybe watching a movie or working on something. Anyways, for about a week now, these really loud, sudden noises that have nothing to do with anything happen. And the first few nights, I was just like, what is this? Because this is brand new. This is brand new. My appliances don't make popping sounds. My now my roof does make a settling sound from time to time. Maybe once a month, I'll hear, the temper. This happens in the fall when it gets cold, and in the spring, and so it has to do with the expansion and contraction of the wood. And I understand it has to do with the metal nails that are making that sound up on the roof material. Well, that's one thing, but this is brand spanking new. So last night I found I don't know, it came on my stream, and it was a young man who was talking about things that I've been thinking about lately. And anyways, out of nowhere, he starts talking about how his house is making popping noises, really loud sounds, and that he believes that is a crossover. It's just a way for the demonic realm to try to intimidate us. But anyways, it's a clue that they're present. So went to bed. Next morning I thought, you know what, why should that be allowed? No. We've got to continue to clear out our spaces. Our homes are our havens, and ain't no filthy, disgusting, smelly, entity. No, no. This is a house of light, and they do not get to be here. So I just was praying about that, thinking about that with God, And I was I'm going to get this out because I want this to be an instruction plan for you guys. I'm thinking about it in the morning. I'm talking to God about it. And I say, Lord, if that is true, this occurrence that just started happening about a week ago, then I want to clear those things out. That's really all I said. And I'm just laying there, with the Lord. And he shows me, oh, it's so disgusting. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is a egg sac for a spider. But it was one individual sac. An egg sac has like, I don't know, 100 spiders in it. Blech. Okay, well, this was just one. And this disgusting spider inside the egg sac was just so agitated. And I felt like the Lord was telling me, this dark spirit is a trap that has been planned. There is a trap getting thought of, getting put together by these dark spirits, and this one is the one behind this future placement of a trap in your life. Okay? Right? The trap is intended to make you have some kind of setback, a fall. You're thwarted. No, we are not having that. All right, so I'm looking at that in the spirit, totally grossed out. And then the vision changes. Oh, when I saw that disgusting spider, I was killing it, right? I was like after it, I declare and decree every thought, plan, scheme, trap that you are planning is completely destroyed. And I put the holy fire of heaven out over you. I put all fire that I can direct from heaven or that's in me onto you. I take the fire of Jesus Christ and I douse you in it. Okay? So then the next thing I see is like this bed. Honestly, it looked like a coffin because it had a lid. It was like a box. Okay, so there was a coffin, and there was a man in the coffin. And the man was covered in, what was it, Holy Spirit? It looked like mud, liquid mud, completely and utterly covering every aspect of this man's body. And he sat up in the coffin, and he was, wailing. His arms and legs were moving quite, violently. So what I took that to mean is this is another shape-shifting dark spirit. The animal form that it takes is a spider, and the human form that it takes is a male. This was a male dark spirit. Some of them are female, right? God created us male and male. And then the flood killed these people. So anyways, because I think that demons look like monsters. And the unclean spirits shapeshift between an animal form that we're familiar with and the human that they looked like when they were here. This is my theory, you guys. This is what I'm writing down and studying, and I pray over it with the Lord, and I am not an expert. Could I be wrong? Yeah, but I mean, I can't be wrong about what I'm witnessing. You know what I mean? I just write down what I see in the spirit, and then I pray about like, well, how does this work, Lord? And then I kind of write down what I'm thinking. So I don't think I'm wrong about what I see, but this is what I'm thinking, you guys, is that the pattern, remember, pattern recognition helps us figure this out. So anyways, this guy's funny. So then I direct my fire power to this thing, which is actually, they're one and the same. The reason why he was flailing is because I got him. Birds, I just directed the light of heaven and the firepower of heaven onto that little arachnid. And I got him. After I saw the man, dark spirit, in that coffin where he was resting, where he was laying there, like a vampire or something, after I saw that, I continued to pray, and I just said, any kind of spirit, dark spirit that wants to linger in my garage or come out into my kitchen or try to intimidate me, I just clear all of you out. Is there more than one? And I saw this nasty kind of bug, okay, like some kind of, like a spider, only it was white. And it looked mechanical. It was some kind of multi-leg insect. And it scurried off. I don't know if I killed it. It scurried off. It's like when you turn on the light and some cockroach or creature just, that is what this disgusting thing did. So as I was pushing the light and fire of heaven out to any kind of entity, that thing just took off. So there were 2, maybe 3, but I feel like the man and the spider and that egg sac were the same. Now, what does the who is the human accompanying that other one that went away? Well, the Lord showed me a woman who is young, and she is a monitoring spirit. She was trying to monitor over here over the weekend, and I saw her, and it was like as soon as I saw the monitoring, it fell and it divided up. These two eyes went from being high up in the spiritual backdrop that I could see in the spirit, and they fell, and then they went in opposite directions. The eyeballs rolled away. Disgusting. But as soon as I saw these monitoring eyes and then they went away, I was like, who is that, Lord? You know? And God showed me a very curvy young woman, and she was praying to Lucifer in a dark room. Now maybe she doesn't call him Lucifer. You know, this whole Illuminati crap that's going on. But she was praying to her guide. It's all Satan. It's all Satan. Dark spirits are on his side. Okay. And then I saw her in an evening gown. She is going to be at maybe that important gala that some of you are going to. Maybe some of you already went to a gala, but I did a couple videos on an upcoming big event. But this woman had almost this exact color. That's weird. I didn't plan it. But it was actually a deeper blue, like silk evening gown. But check this out, you guys. She had like all this weird, like a karate belt, you know, the thick cotton belt, like orange belt, black belt, white belt. Well, hers was a white belt. And instead of wearing it like you do in those, you know, cotton practice outfits that you do karate in that are loose fitting and you can, you know, do your kicks and your karate chops in it. Okay. It was that kind of belt that goes around the waist like a sash. She had it like all over her dress and the bodice area, and it was a twisted up mess. You know, it was hard to even make out, like, what on earth, you know? So what God revealed to me about that, you guys, is that this monitoring spirit that was trying to look at maybe you all, maybe me, they have weapons. Okay, karate, martial arts. They are skilled in dark arts, and they think that they can monitor you with intention to harm, intention to destroy, trap, and hurt you. But God is twisting up all their experience in the dark arts, in monitoring, in spell work, all of it. He is making it this jumbled, twisted, stupid mess. They think they could like aim their weapons at you, and God is like, you know, God is making them look ridiculous to their little cult family, to their little Satanist mother, daddy, sister, brother group that they belong to, or their little Illuminati work group of Satanists, because that's what they all are. They're going to look a fool. I think that this woman is one of those. She's next, you guys. She's next. She is one of the 3 that I saw down the hall in that morgue that God showed me. God showed me a morgue. I don't know what I call that video, but that's a good video. It was the one about the angel of death. Just a few days ago, one of your chief architects of demise, God took him. He's dead. And there was a hideous, black, opaque demon waiting to devour that man. I don't know what that demon was going to do to his soul. Hell is a place of violation, you guys. Violation. And that demon was waiting to do something disgusting. It looked like he wanted to eat that man. So God took that man. And in that video I said, and I could see past that shelf that goes into the corner refrigerator wall for the cadavers, I could see past that shelf down the hall, and there were three other human beings down there, and they were all like plotting and tee hee hee, and they were planning. They were like planning and plotting, and they were talking smack about a child of God. They were all plotting and planning, but they were very concerned because they knew that one of them had been taken out. So they were thinking, oh, could we be next? They were like hunkered down, and they were like planning, plotting, doing, like kind of in that secrecy mode. There were three of them, and I believe this woman is one of them. So I want you all to use what I just did, and maybe you do it every day. I don't know. You probably are all miles ahead of me. We can all learn from each other, So I really appreciate your comments, that you guys are giving me comments, and I don't know if you get them back, but I respond to your comments. So anyways, I want you to know this information because God is showing us who are the new monitors that are coming around. It's all part of the same group, but as he deals with them one by one, he will show them to you. All I had to do was ask. Well, I didn't even ask. I did not ask. I didn't ask. He showed me the monitoring. He does it. Then I said, well, who is this person? And then he shows me her in her satanic Illuminati worship. This is a woman that works for the government. I'll tell you right now, I knew that as soon as I saw her. And so is the man that was taken. Okay, in Michelle's world, in Michelle's sphere of this crazy life that we're living, right? Is chosen. In my chosen life, the man that was taken out worked for the government. This woman also works for the government. And Michelle has plenty of enemies in the county government. Right? They hate me. I want to talk about your future assignments. I'm going to do that on another video. Okay, so this video is, you go ahead, and if you notice anything strange in your house, pray about it. And if God is letting you know, yeah, this is demonic activity, go after it. You just get in God's presence. I was just laying on my sectional, just thinking and talking to God. And then you just say to God, God, I just want these things out of my house. I don't want anything like that around my dog, around my kids, around myself, and God will show you them. And then you just apply the fire of heaven and scorch the living life right out of them. Do that, and they are going to be attacked with that fire. I want to see them 6 feet under. I want to see a tombstone over dirt on them. But that is not, but they are zapped by holy light. Your light and your fire zaps them. I mean, that man was convulsing. That bug could not get away from me fast enough. So are they going to die and never come back? I don't know this part yet, you guys. Okay, we'll have to do some more discovery and education on this and prayer. I'm sure there's people out there that know a lot more about this. They would probably say, oh, they're immortal, because, are they? No, really? So I don't know. But anyways, I will see you guys on another video. You got this. Every time you're exhausted, dismayed, overwhelmed, can't believe this chosen life that you're living, just can't really believe it, go to Jesus, and he will lift you up, and he will strengthen you, and be good to yourself. Take that one friend that you have out to dinner. You are going to get more friends. So that's a whole nother. Okay, take care. Bye for now. Subscribe, please.